Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Today is the beginning of a new week, another week to get a whole bunch of good stuff done. As always, I'm real big on the reading and real big on the self-educating. And through this coronavirus pandemic, that's what I've spent most of my time doing, is just reading and learning new things. I've read, I've read 4 books already this year. And as always, every time I read the book, I do a quick little book review on it. So today we're going to be talking about Dean Graziosi's The Underdog Advantage. Now, before I get started, let me just say, the book was good. It was good. It was, considering who the author is, it was a little bit of a letdown, to be honest. Prose, it does have a lot of really good content in here. Has a lot of really good topics. Has some pretty good stories to compare, or not compare, but to relate to, and to put you in that mindset. Like I said, he does have a lot of good topics, and then he uses the stories from his personal life and other people's personal life to kind of validate what he's saying. However, the cons, I found it very repetitive. Very repetitive. It was like I said, it had good topics, but then he took those good topics and they were just about all throughout the book. Which, in a different perspective, I understand that it was to drive it home and that it's very important, and I get that. But for the author, I just found that being repetitive was it was a little disappointing. It is a very quick read. You know, it's a small book, and in the spacing, as you can see, it's spaced out pretty good. So it's a quick read. I read it in 3 days. I've just been, working on doing this book report. But I did, however, mark one chapter that I felt I needed to share. I don't want to share a whole lot of his book, but I'm going to share the first couple sentences of Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is Underdogs Self-Educate, which is exactly what I've been doing. And it says, Dean, this isn't going to work. It's time to shut it down. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that in my life. But this time was different. I was losing a lot of money at warp speed with no end in sight. The worst part, I truly had no idea what the hell I was doing. And I had no master plan for how to fix the problem, so it seemed inevitable that I was heading for a major crash. I was totally out of ideas. Now, he's talking about his first information product in the beginning of that chapter. And I just wanted to share that because I realized that's where a lot of people start to give up. That's where a lot of people throw in the towel and they go back to their day job, or they just stop what they're doing and they don't live their dreams because it gets overwhelming. You have to spend money. You start losing money. You're not getting clients, or you're not selling your product. And a lot of people just throw in the towel and they give up. I've done it myself. When I used to sell life insurance. I had some pretty good sales, and every paycheck or every pay period, I was getting a paycheck. I just wasn't getting what I was expecting. And for me, that my first day kind of ruined it, because my first day out, excuse me, my throat's been kind of funky today. But my first day out, I made $900 in one day. So in my mind, that's what I set myself to, that I was going to make $900 a day. The only problem was I didn't set a plan to achieve this goal. I just put it in my head that I was going to do it. So I see where I went wrong then. And after reading this book, I've seen a lot of times where I went wrong, and I could have used my underdog advantage, but I didn't, because I didn't think about it, And this book is great in that aspect. It's the pre-title is Rewrite Your Future by Turning Your Disadvantages into Your Superpowers. And now this book isn't a how-to book per se, but it does give you the information about the different underdog advantages that you could have based on the troubles that you've seen. So in in the pros column, he definitely did a good job at that. Another con that I found in the book, and it's not really important because the message still got through, but for me, being a writer my entire life, I found there was a lot of typos in it, a lot of typos, which tells me that this, even if it was well planned, it wasn't well executed, and it was just one of them things that he just threw together to get out real quick. And I appreciate him throwing his knowledge together like that in such a quick manner to get it out to share with people. But it was, I found it hard to read at times, and like I said, it really shouldn't matter, but it does matter to me that there was so many typos. So if that doesn't matter to you, then disregard that. But all in all, out of 5 stars, I'm going to give the Underdog Advantage a 3. Like I said, it was a good read. It's a quick read. You do get some knowledge out of it. And, it does put a little bit more to perspective. And at the end of every chapter, he does have challenges for you to journal through. And that, for me, is a huge thing, to be able to just sit down and think for yourself and record what you're thinking. So I do like that. So pros, quick read, easy to read. It does challenge you at the end of every chapter. It does have good content. Cons, a lot of typos for people that care about that stuff. It's very repetitive. And it's not really a whole lot of how to. It's not a guidebook. It's basically just it's a relation thing where he relates his stories to what he's saying. So all in all, like I said, 3 out of 5 stars. I would recommend it to people just because it is such a quick read. And I strongly believe that reading needs to be done in the life of everyone, especially books like this where you're self-educating yourself and bettering yourself. And like I said, chapter 5, underdogs self-educate. I mean, come on now. So educate yourself. I picked this book up on, it's one of the offers I found on Facebook where the book was free. I just paid for the shipping. I paid $7 for the book, and I got $7 worth of value out of it. So all in all, I'm happy. 3 out of 5 stars. Dean Graziosi's Underdog Advantage. Rewrite your future, turning your disadvantages into your superpowers. So I recommend it. Like I said, if you don't like a lot of typos, just pull through it. It does have some funny moments in it. But that's my review for the Underdog Advantage. Thank you guys for watching this, and have a great day, great week, and time to turn ourselves into underdogs, right? We are the underdogs. Let's use it to our advantage. Have a great day.